guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you how to get this look here. A makeup tutorial has been highly requested lately, so I thought in honor of summer being right around the corner, hopefully, that I would do a bronzy, glowy makeup look. I just got back from Mexico, so I do have a tan right now, so I thought what better time to film this than when I have some tan before it all disappears. If this is something that interests you, please continue watching, and if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button below to join the family, and also make sure you click the little bell so you never miss one of my posts. And if you like this video and you thought it was helpful, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button for me. I would really appreciate it. So without further ado, I'm going to shut up now and let's get into the video. I've been getting some messages from you guys on Instagram letting me know that you found my YouTube channel and you've messaged me, giving me different ideas to film in the future. So go ahead, and if you're not already following me on Instagram, head over and follow me and then send me a DM and let me know that you found me on YouTube, and I will go ahead and follow you guys back. So first things first, I've already washed my face and moisturized, so the next step is primer. I decided to wear color contacts today. I thought it would be fun for this look, so let me know what you think about that. So the primer I'm using is the Maybelline Master Prime Blur and Smooth, and it looks like this. Get like a good amount on there. It does dry pretty quickly. And I like to get my eyelids too, just to make sure that my eyeshadow will stay on. The next step I'm gonna do is conceal any dark circles I have under my eyes. My favorite one that I've used so far is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, and it looks like this. Next I'm gonna go in with my blending brush from Sephora. I have like a whole kit of these, so these are great. I'm gonna use a little mirror down here, so if I'm looking down, that's why. You know when you just like make funny faces while you're doing your makeup and it really makes no difference at all, but it just feels like it helps? That's totally what I will probably be doing this entire video. Also, I have this really fun sunburn just right above this one eyebrow, so yeah. Don't make fun of me. And because my skin's kind of dry right now, I'm going to be using the Marc Jacobs foundation. I usually use a powder foundation, but I'm gonna use a liquid foundation and then maybe just throw a little powder over my face. This is number 32 Beige Light. Next, I'm going to take my Sephora powder brush. I'm going to be using the Bare Minerals, which is my favorite brand, and this is in the color Golden Beige 13. I'm not gonna do a whole lot, just a tiny bit. So now I'm gonna do some contouring. My favorite part of my makeup routine, I love to always contour my face. So it's pretty beat up, but I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit. And this is the powder one. And then I'm gonna use this small little brush here to contour my nose. This is just like a cheapy little brush from Essence of Beauty. I know I already have a pretty slim nose, but I still like to do it anyway. I just feel like it adds a little extra. And then I'm gonna use the same brush just to contour my cheeks. And just to get that line in there, not to actually, I'll blend it out afterwards. And then next I'm going to be using my angled brush to contour. And I'm gonna pick up that same cool tone right here. That kind of cool tones tend to add more shadows to your face. It looks a little bit more natural, but I will be going in with a bronzer after since this is a bronze sun-kissed look. Okay, I am going to be using the Bare Minerals Faux Tan. I don't use this unless I'm actually already tan because it's very pigmented and it can just go on way too strong. So really you only need a tiny amount on your brush. Otherwise you are going to have a problem. And I kind of just make like a C shape from my forehead to the starting of my cheekbone over here. Ooh, see, goes on really dark if you're not careful. And then you just want to add it to like the areas where the sun is going to hit the most to make it look most natural. So like your forehead, your nose, sides of your cheeks, areas that are going to stick out more. The reason I like to do this is this particular one I feel like looks like a pretty natural sun shade. I kind of like the slightly sunburned look, so that's why I go with this one. But if you want a more cool bronzer, you can definitely do that too. I just feel like this one looks more like you were out in the sun. Okay, so now that that is done, I'm going to go ahead and move on to blush. And then I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal, I don't know if you can see that. Maybe not, there we go. L'Oreal Lip Blush, and this one is in the color Rosewood. And this is also extremely pigmented, so you just really need to go like that, and the brush is already pink. Next is highlight, and this is really important. You definitely want like a really glowy, pretty highlight for this look. So I'm going to use two types of highlight. One is going to be liquid and one's going to be powder. The first one I'm going to use is NYX Born to Glow Liquid Illuminator, which looks like this. I'm going to take just a tiny amount on my finger like that and just dab it on the tops of my cheeks. And do that with the other side here. And then again, I'm just gonna do it all the places where you want the light to hit. So like down my nose, just a little bit right there, on the tip there, and Cupid's bow. And then now I'm gonna do a powder. So this is the Glow Contour and Highlight Kit, which I got at Primark. I wouldn't really say it's a contour kit, it's definitely just various shades of blush and highlight. And for that look, I'm going to use the blush brush here, which is also Essence Beauty, or I don't know if it's like the Eco Tools brand, but I've had it forever, so I'm just gonna use that. And then I'm going to pick up the gold shade up here in the corner. Next part is going to be eyebrows. I hate doing my eyebrows because, as you can tell, this one's much more full than this one. It just is. There's nothing I can do about it. To keep reminding myself something that Carly Bible once said, eyebrows are not meant to be twins. They're sisters, sometimes even cousins. And in my case, that is 100% true. These are definitely cousins right here. Like, come on now. Look at this. Cousins. So I'm going to start out with my Anastasia Beverly Hills double-sided brush here. Have the spoolie on one end to comb your brows and the little precision end here. And my dip brow pomade here in the color dark brown. So first thing I'm gonna do is just comb the brows back a bit. And with the dip brow pomade, you want to have a really light hand because it's really pigmented, and if you press too hard, you'll get a really harsh dark line. So you definitely don't want that. I don't tend to do my whole eyebrow with this because I'm gonna go in with a powder after. I feel like the powder just looks more natural over pomade. Now that that's done, I'm going to go in with my NYX eyebrow cake powder. Looks like this, and I'm just going to use this small angled brush here. So the trick is to try to get them to be almost twins, but I don't think that's gonna happen, but it's okay, it gives me character, right? Just lie to me and tell me it does. Next, I'm going to use the NYX Precision Brow Pencil just to kind of touch up any lines, and again, to try and make this other eyebrow match this one. This is good eyebrow, bad eyebrow. To set my brows, I like to use this Maybelline Brow Precise Fiber Volumizer, but it's also kind of like a gel, so it just kind of holds them in place, but it also adds a little extra thickness. I swear I put sunscreen all over my face the whole time I was in Mexico, and just this one patch, the sun's like, nah sis, I totally gotta give you a burn before you leave. I like to set my eyelids and under my eyelids just a little bit with some baking powder, and it's just a bake and finish powder. And I just take a little bit of it in the cap. I feel like it keeps my eyeshadow on better. It gets rid of any like lines under my eyes. So totally optional, but I just like to do it. Sorry if I keep looking down. This is like not an ideal location to be doing makeup, but I don't have very good lighting in my apartment. I probably should have done this earlier, but I forgot. So yeah, that's cool. And I get this is not really the proper way to bake your face, if you will, but it works best for me. So while that's kind of sitting, I'm going to go ahead and clean up my brows just a little bit and make them stand out more. I'm going to use this NYX HD Studio Photogenic Conceal Corrector. And with this, I really just use like a tiny dab. And this will clean up any like mess ups you had while doing your eyebrows and just kind of make them stand out more. And I usually just do underneath my eyebrows, but sometimes I'll do above, but today we're just doing underneath. Moving on to the fun part is eyeshadow, basically the most important part of this whole look. So what I'm gonna be doing first is using my Naked 3 palette, and I'm just going to be using the lightest color in here, which is this one, just as a base for my eyelids and also to highlight my brow bones. And I'm also going to be using an actual highlighter for my brow bones too. You can just use the same powder one from before if you want. So for this look, you can pretty much use like any bronzy gold eyeshadow look. It doesn't really matter which palette, just as long as you have those colors in there. I'm going to be using this Master Eye palette here. This is also from Primark, and it's got a whole bunch of really pretty, just different like bronzy and gold colors in there. So I'm gonna be doing that. So before I do any of that, I'm gonna take this Eco Tools brush here, and from my Anastasia contour kit, I'm going to be using this bronze here. It's the darker warm one, and I'm just gonna take some of that on my fluffy brush and throw that into the crease of my eye. This is just going to make you look more awake and give you more of like a natural depth to your eye. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this kind of like bronze taupey color here, Just gonna lay that over the contouring bronze that I already put on my eye, just like as a transition color. And this is just gonna darken it up even more. So I'm applying it mostly to the outer corner and then bringing it in just a little bit. Then after that, I'm just taking this Sephora eyeshadow brush here, and I'm going to pick up this champagne gold color here. And I'm just going to apply that to the outer part of my lid here. And if you want it to be extra glittery, maybe just add a couple extra coats to it. And then for the inner corners, I'm going to just take this really, really light, almost pinky color right here. And the reason I'm doing this is because when you lighten the corners of your eyes, it gives the illusion that your eyes are bigger, which I like because I have fairly small eyes. And I like to bring it all the way out. And then I'm also going to add just a little bit to the outer corners here. And then I'm going to take that same NYX Glow and I'm just going to add those to the corners of my eyes on top of the eyeshadow. Onto liquid eyeliner for the top of my eyes. I'm using the Master Precise ink by Maybelline here, and that's just in the color black. I quickly did my liquid eyeliner off camera, so you can see I just added some winged eyeliner on each side, and to soften up the eyeliner, I like to take a black shade from one of my palettes and use an angled brush and then just soften up the lines, make it look a little bit more blurred. So next is for under the eyes, and I'm going to be taking the same taupe color that I used as the transition shade up above. I'm just going to put that on the end of the brush here that comes in the Naked palette. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of a darker shade just for the corners. And last but not least, mascara. So my favorite brand ever is the Lash Stiletto by Maybelline. I just think that it's absolutely amazing. It adds volume and length, so definitely recommend this. So I just did my mascara really quick off camera because, again, that also takes me some time. But as you can see, the Lash Stiletto mascara definitely gives a good amount of length and volume, so if you're not into false eyelashes like me, definitely recommend trying this one. And finally, we are on to lips. I'm going to start out with my Maybelline Color Sensations lip liner in Dusty Rose. And I'm just going to go ahead and line my lips with that one. As always, my lips are as severely chapped. Then I'm going to use my favorite lipstick ever, which is by Milani in the color Naturally Chic. I love this lipstick, it's just so pretty. And there you have it. So this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching.